Hi, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of Coyotes Rewind. And in this edition, we want to take a look back at the Miracle on Ice night, February the 7th, when 10 members of Team USA's Olympic hockey team from 1980 made an appearance behind us here at Jobbing.com Arena with Bob Heathouse and Tyson Nash. I'm Matt McConnell, and guys, that was I thought, a thrilling night. Heater. Okay, we've got a Canadian amongst us, right? And he played along, and he did a really good job of just kind of hanging tough. But, you know, I spent a lot of time in Minnesota, and a personal aside, a lot of these guys were up there when I was growing up. I played John Harrington. I played Bantam with his brother, with his little brother. But for them to come there and for this organization, really, the new ownership, to make the commitment to bring 10 members of that team for the Sendoff to Sochi.
First time it's ever been done.
Yeah, nobody's ever done that. We'll get to that, but you know, for the Sendoff to Sochi, last home game, it was unbelievable.
It was, I'll tell you, and certainly, Matt, for guys like yourself and me who are Americans and who are of the age, so to speak, that were in their prime when 1980 occurred in the Miracle on Ice, and remember vividly the Olympics that year and the win against Russia, and of course the gold medal, and it was just such a thrill to see so many members of that team together in one spot. And then, of course, you know, it was kind of like raising the hair on the back of your neck when the crowd started chanting, USA, USA. It was really an experience that I know I'll never forget.
You loved it, right? I mean, you were, what, shooting pucks in your grandma's basement? You were about 4 or 5 years old at the time?
I did. You know what? Obviously, I don't remember it like you guys did, but I've seen.
Are you saying we're old?
Yeah. But you know what? I've seen the show a million times. It's one of the most amazing, you know, events in sports history. Let's not kid ourselves. It was an amazing thing. And for, you know, a guy that played the game on some winning teams in my career, I can't imagine what it was like for all of them to come back together and be together as one. Really, I can't imagine that's happened a whole lot for that group. It was nice to see.
Well, Heater, remember the reaction we got from Keith Yandel?
He was like a little kid, and he was so proud. He was high-fiving all the guys as they went by, especially Mike Eruzione. I understand that Mike Eruzione is friends with his dad, or somewhat knows his dad, and maybe one of his uncles as well. Of course, they're both from Boston, and so Keith was so pumped up for that game, and of course he comes out and scores a big goal against Chicago as well. But it was a special night, certainly for Keith Yandel, no question.
A lot of those guys, Tyson, you know, some of them anyways, they look like they could probably still play, you know, at a high level.
Yeah, they're very passionate guys. I mean, what they accomplished, you can just tell the light in their eyes, you know, to go out there on that ice, the ovation they got from the crowd. I think even they were blown away by it. I know I was.
Well, and the other thing, too, that we don't really talk a lot about is the politics at the time. It was the height of the Cold War. It was the U.S. against the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union blasted them about a week before at Madison Square Garden, I think by 10-2 was the final score. So I think a lot of people in the stands were still cheering on the USA pride factor in what those guys did.
Yeah, and let's not forget, though, that wasn't even the game that won them the gold medal. They still had to beat Finland in the gold medal.
Yeah, they had to beat Finland on a Sunday morning local time. I remember that. But what a night. February the 7th, 10 members of that 80 Olympic team from Team USA here at Jobbing.com Arena.